What is up, you guys? This is your boy and the Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. So Gen Z. Okay, I found this really interesting statistics, this article about Gen Z and the movie industry. And because we talk all about movies, geek culture, so and so, I wanted to cover this because, I look at my generation, millennials. We are both lucky and unfortunate at the same time. Because millennials grew up in a time where, we grew up in we know what it's like to not have internet and not have all these fancy, all this fancy technology. But at the same time, we saw the world transitioning into the age of the internet and mobile devices and social media. We had MySpace, Facebook. We saw the rise. We saw how Facebook took on MySpace and Twitter and all that shit, right? But what about Gen Z? Right? So Gen Z, they're kind of having a different experience with entertainment and the movie industry, right? And they are less likely to go to the theater because of how they were raised, at least here in North America and parts of Europe. Now, before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell for future notifications. And make sure to like this video. Guys, we are almost to 1,000 subscribers, and I very much appreciate your help. So, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do so. All right, so I am here on morningconsult.com, and it says, Gen Z are vital to movie theaters recovery. Here's how theaters can win them over. Now, you probably already know, but during the pandemic, everything was closed in the year of 2020. The amazing, lovable year with the beer bug, the Pokemon virus, and everybody being locked up at home, right? Theaters closed down, so a lot of places were going out of business. You guys get the point. Right, so here are some statistics about Gen Z in the movie in the theaters. It says 42% of Gen Zers said they plan to go to a movie theaters more following the pandemic, right? 72% cited the expense of tickets as a reason they don't go to the movies, while 70% blamed the availability of new films being released on streaming services or video on demand platforms. So 72% said that they don't want to go to the movies because the tickets are too expensive, and also 70% of them said they blame the availability of new films being released on streaming services. So yeah, that kind of makes sense because if you remember, Godzilla vs. Kong, it was released on HBO Max and on theaters at the same time. So if you release it in the video streaming platform where people can watch it, multiple times in one day, why would they go to the movie theaters when they can just have it right on the platform? But you also got to remember that, video streaming services like Disney and HBO Max, they were doing that, doing this release on video streaming and theaters because of the pandemic, and a lot of people still couldn't go out. So, but that also affected the way Gen Z view movies and their decision to go to the movie theaters. And I think this could affect them in the long run. So, then it says roughly 3/4 of respondents said free or discounted tickets and concession items would make them more likely to visit a movie theater. So, Gen Z, they really want them discounts. They want those discounts, baby. Right? And I found this I'm not, by the way, guys, you know how I am. I don't read the entire article. I get to the most important parts of the article that you guys need to know. Okay, it says a plurality of Gen Zers intend to make movie going part of their post-pandemic entertainment activities. 42% of those ages 13 to 24 saying in July 1 to 6 Morning Consult survey that they plan to go to the movies more than they did pre-pandemic. While 30% said that their frequency of heading to the cinemas was unlikely to change. 30% unlikely to change. It said the survey of 1,018 members of Gen Z has a margin of error of 3 percentage points. Wow. That's crazy. It says morning consoles return to normal. Tracker has also found that Gen Z adults are adults, meaning they're Gen Zers that are in their 20s, because most millennials like me we're in our 30s already, right? So Gen Zs are one of the demographics more comfortable with the idea of checking out a film in theaters. 57% of Gen Z adults said they currently feel comfortable heading to the movies in the most recent survey. All right, so let's see. Because here's some statistic. It says ticket cost, streaming availability, biggest hurdles to getting the Gen Zs to theaters. Right, so this is a pretty interesting statistic. So if you look at this chart, it says to the left we got major reasons, the middle is minor reasons, and the right side is not a reason. Remember, this is a survey of 1,000 Gen Zers. It said tickets are too expensive. It says 42% said that's one of the major reasons, right? While 28% says not a real reason. So basically, a good chunk of them said it's a huge reason, and also a minor reason, 30%. So really, it's like 70% of the reason almost, right? And then it says I can watch the same movies at home via streaming. Basically, 70% of them agreed that that's one of the major reasons why they will not go to the theaters, because you can watch it at home. What's the point? You can call your friends. You know, I don't know. Nowadays, a lot of people, what they do is like they group watch it on Netflix. I never done that before, but the option is there. Also, it says food options are too expensive. 37% major reason. 31%. Well, minor reason was they said 31% of people said minor reasons, and then 32% said not a reason. So, you gotta admit, food prices at the movie theaters is expensive because that's how most movie theaters make their money, right? You will see a $5, $10 popcorn, a $7 freaking cup of soda, plus the movie ticket. If you bring family, it gets pretty pricey. You know, it gets pretty pricey. And then it says, I'm not interested in the movies playing in theaters. 31% said it's a major reason. They're not interested. And a minor reason, 26%, right? So 31% is a pretty big number for people that are not interested in going to the movies, because you got to remember, Gen Zers, they grew up in the digital age. They have everything at the tip of their finger. They push a button and, I don't know, a freaking cappuccino, or, you know, what is it? What do they like? What do Gen Zers like? Avocado toast? No, wait, that's millennials. Avocado toast. That's a millennial thing, for God's sakes. Anyways, it says, don't want to deal with other theater goers. I honestly, I can attest to this, because like some people in the movies, they kind of get annoying. Like they start talking during the movie. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
Shut up, Meg.
20% said major reason. 35% said it was a minor reason, and I kind of agree with them. And they said theaters are too far away and hard to get. And honestly, this one is pretty reasonable, because since a lot of theaters close, the same way that a lot of businesses and stores close, like, especially if you live in a suburban area, like a theater could be like 5-10 miles away. Now, no joke, here in Connecticut, where there's a lot of suburbs, you could drive almost like 5-10 miles to the movies. So I guess a lot of people are just not enjoying the adventure. But, I mean, that's as much as I'm going to read. But whatever your thoughts are about Gen Z, make sure to comment below. Be sure to like this video and share this video. It helps with the algorithm. Also, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. And thank you for watching. This is your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed.